Y'all, I hope you are ready for America intravenously, straight into my veins, because what I'm about to walk you through is how the Iran strikes are developing. And when I say all the stuff you've been hearing is complete and total BS, it overtly is. Guys, seriously, immaculate, incredible. America, our armed forces are the best on the planet. Let's dive right into it. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. You guys need to know this detail because if you do, all of a sudden the talking points from the Democrats about forever wars and troops on the ground doesn't really check out anymore. What our American patriot military personnel are pulling off is nothing short but exquisite. And I'm going to walk you through it right now. Hit me on X at Braden LOA. You can give me a follow. I'd love to have you over there, but let's just break through some propaganda, shall we? 100% clickbait free. Let's get it. Now, there are three things that we're about to go through. One is the Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, and then this last one is how we're going to wrap up the video with an actual walkthrough from the general. And he provides a little bit of detail. That's a 5-minute clip, which is why I'm at the end. If you're interested in this, you need to watch the end of that clip because that is remarkable. But that's in a second. Let me jump right over to Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of War. Okay? This is exactly, methodically, what you would expect to see from a premier, esteemed, established American military force. And it's showing through with all the different proof, all the data points, which I'm going to lay out for you. Listen to what he says, and again, this is really important because the far left squawking heads on X and all the media and all the Democrats are not going to tell you how effective they are being right now. It's been like 3 days. Watch this.
Are arriving just today. And now, with complete control of the skies, we will be using 500-pound, 1,000-pound, and 2,000-pound GPS and laser-guided precision gravity bombs, of which we have a nearly unlimited stockpile.
Remember that talking point, how like a day after the bombing started, we were hearing from all the Democrats and the talking heads on X and all the different Iranian proxy channels on X and all the media that's saying, we're not going to have any munitions left and America has done it wrong and the Iranians will prevail because they sent their bad missiles first and therefore now they're going to send their really great ones. Remember that? That whole BS? Yeah. Well, it turns out that's not exactly what happened. In fact, the hypothesis that you and I went through together on another episode was that they were going to send in the highest technology first, take out all the threats. Then they were going to send in the stealth bombers and everything of that nature deeper into Iran to take out more threats. And then they're going to bring the noise, which is the 500 and 1,000-pound bombs, which are of unlimited supply. They send in the smart ones to make way for the dumb ones, and you're good to go. That's what's happening right now. And he's about to say something that no one's covering, and you need to be fully aware of it. Watch this.
We used more exquisite standoff munitions at the start, but no longer need to. Our stockpiles of those, as well as Patriots, remains extremely strong. The enemy can no longer shoot the volume of missiles they once did, not even close. And the chairman will lay out some of those percent are arriving.
Okay, what you just heard is the key pivotal point. Remember how the left and all the different political hacks were going down the road of Iran as just bombing and missiling everybody? And this was the start of World War III and everyone was going to die and somehow everything, the Strait of Hormuz was going to be shut. That one went up in smoke. Then they've got unlimited missiles. That one went up in smoke. They've got unlimited launchers. That one went up in smoke. Guys, literally, you are in the middle of a military action with a motivated political base on the left who will say anything. And I would like to make a special note here. It's interesting that the only people around the entire planet, not our country, planet, that are on Iran's side are the Democrats in the United States Congress. I just want to kind of point that out. Anyway, back to this. Air superiority, unlimited missiles and bombs left. Smart ones go first, dumb ones follow up, and they've reduced the amount of missiles they can even fire. Their capacity to fire back is gone. This is what they've been doing for the last 72 hours. Watch this, because this is the whole, it can't happen, we didn't do it right. Look, here's the evidence. Ballistic missile launches by the Islamic Republic over the first 4 days. Day 1, 350 missiles. Day 2, 175 missiles. Day 3, 120 missiles. Day 4, 50 missiles. The United States and the Israeli Air Force, and now all the other Gulf Arab states, are just kicking the horse while it's on the ground. They're reducing their military strike back capabilities so brutally. They're taking out the command and control structures. They're taking out the fire structures. They're taking out the Navy. They're taking out the Navy command. They're taking out the missile storages. They're taking out the missile supplies. They're taking out drone factories. They're taking out the missile launchers and the drone launchers. They're taking out drone carriers. They're so confident with the layer of, honestly, whoop ass that they've opened up on Iran that they're sending in their slowest bombers that are literally just dropping dumb bombs and they're carpet bombing everything. You don't do that and risk all your people, your material, and your planes if there's a threat. There's not a threat. They control the air and they control the missiles. It's decreasing daily by large percentages. This is not going to continue long. And once the missile strike capabilities are gone, and once the aircrafts are gone, and all the drones are gone, Iran has nothing to do but just absorb bombs. That's what they're going to do. And again, I want to reemphasize the fact that the Democrats are the only ones on the entire face of the planet that are not jumping on Iran's case. Okay, let's continue. Did I show you that? I think I showed you. I hope that stayed up. I think it may have. If not, there's the numbers. Sorry. Now, the fun part. This is where I get to listen to one of our generals, one of our patriotic generals, not one of the paper generals, one of the actual war-fighting generals, tell us how hard we're kicking their asses. Watch this. Again, it's amazing that the media is not leading with Go America, for me, right in my veins. Watch this.
Good afternoon. I'm Admiral Brad Cooper, the commander of United States Central Command. In this capacity, I lead U.S. military forces in the Middle East. I'm here to provide you an update on Operation Epic Fury, now in our 4th day of execution. First, I'd like to express my deepest condolences to the families and teammates of the extraordinary Americans who've been killed in action, and I'd also like to extend our prayers for a speedy recovery to the wounded. Yesterday, you heard from Secretary Hegseth and the Chairman of the Joint Chiefs. Today, I'd like to give you an operational update on where we are and provide you with some key facts. By order of the President of the United States and the Secretary of War, our military in the Middle East is undertaking an unprecedented operation to eliminate Iran's ability to threaten Americans, as they've been doing for nearly half a century. Having spent more than 36 years in the military, I could not be prouder of America's sons and daughters in uniform who are answering the call. More than 50,000 troops, 200 fighters, 2 aircraft carriers, and bombers from the United States are participating in this operation, and more.
If you don't love a Doom Dorito, I don't know what's wrong with you. That's amazingly cool. But this is the whole point. Our military is the best. Our military loves our country. Our military stands up for those that are outside of our country, and they fight, honest to God, evil. That's what they've done. They've done it my whole life. They only get inhibited by when Democrats undercut them the whole frickin' time. But back to Doom Dorito.
Capability is on the way. These forces bring a massive amount of firepower, representing the largest buildup by the U.S. in the Middle East in a generation. In the opening hours of Operation Epic Fury, U.S. Central Command forces, together with Israel, delivered overwhelming and unprecedented strikes into Iran. Many of you may remember the shock and awe strikes of 2003. The first 24 hours of this operation were nearly double the scale, and we continue with 24/7 strikes into Iran from seabed to space and cyberspace. Now, we're less than 100 hours into this operation, and we've already struck nearly 2,000 targets with more than 2,000 munitions. We have severely degraded Iran's air defenses and destroyed hundreds of Iran's ballistic missiles, launchers, and drones. And in simple terms, we're focused on shooting all the things that can shoot at us.
That's the whole point. You take out anything that can hurt you, anything that can do anything to your heavy bombers with the dumb bombs, and then after that's gone, you set the table and let the big dog eat. That's what's happening right now. Less than 100 hours into this operation, and the might of the American military in coordination with other groups, particularly the Israeli Air Force, is opening 8 million industrial cans of whoop ass. This is the whole point. The left and the media, they're not happy and they're not satisfied that in 100 hours you've removed 2,000 targets of opportunity that would hurt other people and threaten the region. They aren't happy and pleased with our incredible military and the capacities and raw power and prestige they have. None of that either. No. Trump bad, so I'm on Iran's side. The side that supports, killing of women, killing of gays, and has no rights for women whatsoever, and is shooting freedom of speech protesters, all the things that the Democrats espouse and call us fascists around. Yeah, they're perfectly fine with that one. That's cool. It's truly remarkable. Anyway, back to it.
B-2 bombers and B-1 bombers have executed uncontested surgical strikes against multiple missile facilities deep inside Iran. And then just last night, a B-52 bomber force struck ballistic missile and command and control posts. We are also sinking the Iranian Navy. The entire Navy. Thus far, we've destroyed 17 Iranian ships, including the most operational Iranian submarine that now has a hole in its side. For decades, the Iranian regime has harassed international shipping. Today, there's not a single Iranian ship underway in the Arabian Gulf, Strait of Hormuz, or Gulf of Oman, and we will not stop. We will continue to conduct dynamic targeting operations. We're hunting Iran's last remaining mobile ballistic missile launchers to eliminate what I would characterize as their lingering launch capability. Now, in retaliation, the Iranian regime has launched over 500 ballistic missiles and over 2,000 drones. To be clear, Iran is indiscriminately targeting civilians as they launch these missiles and drones. You've seen it on TV. The evidence is crystal clear and overwhelming.
Again, the only people defending these assholes are the Democrats. If you could explain that to me, as a United States citizen, I'm all ears. Meanwhile, I'll be over here just mainlining Patriot America. Because, my God, are our people amazing. Simply amazing. Hey, knock knock, who's there? Your Navy's gone. The only operating submarine you had now has a hole in it. That's not ideal. You don't have a single sailing vessel in the entire Gulf. Your command structure's been wiped out, and all of your harbors where you have everything's wiped out. There's other clips that are going around right now of an Iranian larger vessel of war that was sunk, and what looks like a submarine just took care of that situation. They don't hold a candle. I mean, honest to God, we are talking about dethorning one of the prickliest little roses in the Middle East over the last 40 years in 100 hours. You don't get more America than that. All right, let's keep on trucking.
Having said this, we are seeing Iran's ability to hit us and our partners is declining, while our combat power, on the other hand, is building. And my overall operational assessment is that we are ahead of our game plan. Along the way, every single branch of our military is achieving unprecedented success. I'll talk about just a few of them. Our naval forces have deployed multiple waves of cruise missiles, obliterating Iranian command and control and air defense capabilities. From 2 aircraft carrier strike groups, we're squeezing Iran from the sea and have them backed into their own ports. U.S. air forces are doing what they do best, executing a high volume of airstrikes right into Iran. Operationally, the 2 most powerful air forces in the world, the U.S. and Israel, are dominating the skies of the world's largest state sponsor of terror. Our U.S. Army soldiers are defending ourselves and our partners, and in a historic first, the U.S. Army fired long-range precision strike missiles called PRISMs in combat, providing an unrivaled deep strike capability. Also for the first time, U.S. Central Command's drone task force, called Task Force Scorpion Strike, launched countless one-way attack drones, achieving massive effects. I'd like to point out these drones were originally an Iranian design. We took them back to America, made them better, and fired them right back at Iran.
My, that's poetic justice, isn't it? Here's the bottom line. They're not going to show you this stuff on the media because this makes you go, America! This is the point. The Democrats and the progressives are only ones on the entire planet supporting the Iranians in this. Even the Arab states in the area are kicking their butts. They are organizing militias in the different localized regions to basically push all the other Iranian hardliners out. Guys, this is not a boots on the ground forever war. So far, and I reserve my opinion to change my opinion, I reserve my right to change my opinion. So far, this isn't a boots on the ground war. This is a unrivaled, prestigious drop across the spectrum, and it is remarkable what our people are doing. That's what I've got for you guys. I'll see you on the live stream tonight. I'm Braden. Later.